Good morning. I'm home. It's a dreary, dreary day outside. The sun is shining on this gizmo, but Dennis doesn't know when he's going to be able to mow, so I'm inside. Good morning. It's Barbara. Dennis made me a cappuccino because he's the best in the world. I mean, I'm sorry for all of you else who aren't married to him. He should have a harem. Oops. Frisbee time. Out in the rain. So I'm home. I got home like 5 minutes before the kids got here for dinner yesterday. And that was just what I needed. I just needed a visit with my family and hugs from my granddaughters and my kids. And it was really, really perfect. We had a wonderful time. Found out Jason started a new job. I mean, I haven't talked to him since my birthday, which was March 11th. So, I need to stop being quite such a low communicator with my children. Anyway, started a new job, and so we heard all about his new job, and that was fun. He's kind of excited about it, and I hope it works out. They came calling to him. He wasn't looking for a job, so hopefully it'll work out great. And my granddaughters are wonderful, so just what I needed. My dad is not doing great. He was only in the rehab center a day and a half, and then his breathing got really bad, and so he's back in the hospital. They're trying to organize his breathing, and he's on a medication that made him a little loopy, and so they're figuring it out, but meanwhile he's back in the hospital, which is too bad. He wasn't a very happy camper at the rehab center, so I think it'll be a big job to try to get him back there once he's settled down and can get out of the hospital again, but we shall see. Meanwhile, I had some joyful moments with my mother. My mother has full-blown dementia, but she knows who I am, and we had some lovely times. I had easy listening on the TV, which is like a radio, and every once in a while a song would come on and she'd start singing it, because my mother was always the one who knew all the words to all the old songs from her era, and so she was always singing. When I was a kid, we used to, "Mom, stop singing," she was singing all the time. And if you said something that did not, anytime you said anything, if she could think, if that was a lyric or a thought in a song, she'd burst into song. But if you said something and she didn't have a song in her head for it, she'd make one up and she would sing it to you. My mom was always singing. So it was kind of, brought me joy in my heart to sit there and have her sing me these songs, some of them, and watch some nature shows together, because nature shows are like in the moment and beautiful to watch, and those were fun for us to watch together. So I had some very lovely moments with my mother, and yeah. But I'm glad to be home, and call the hospital this afternoon, see how Daddy's doing, and play it by ear. My brother's got things well in hand over there, so we'll see what happens. But meanwhile, I'm home having my cappuccino, wearing my turtleneck sweater. I'm expecting this to be the last time I'm wearing my sweater this season. I thought I was done, and yeah, but it's dreary and damp and cool. So, and I need something, to cheer me up, and I'm going to be around the house today. I'm not, we may bundle up and take the dogs for a walk, but that'll be it in terms of being outside. It's too bad. If it were nicer, I would consider going to Gardeners to start my project. My project this week is to get some flowers planted in my yard, and so I have to go to Gardeners, which I find hilarious. Our gardening store is called Gardeners. It's the name, Gardeners. So that will be tomorrow. I might try to hijack Dennis and have him go with me, and go do some flower shopping, and then spend a few days planting things here and there in the places I have to plant, and then I'm back on mama duty on Friday evening, so we'll see how things go. You know, if Daddy needs more support in the hospital, I might go up earlier, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But meanwhile, I'm home. I didn't get any knitting done to speak of while I was away, but yeah, I gave my brother a break, and my other brother, Tim, he was there when I got there. He waited for me till I got there, and that was fun to see him because I don't see him very often. And he will be coming one of the days this coming week, so he's trying to do his part for his parents, and we appreciate that. So that's nice. Meanwhile, all is well here. The eagles that Aura has been watching are giant. They're as big as their father, and whapping their wings, and pretty soon they're going to be trying to fly, and we'll see what happens. Then I don't know what's going to keep Aura company all day if she doesn't have her eagles. But meanwhile, yeah, Dennis is feeling like, you know, the mowing will be far in the future and the lawn is getting really, really tall. But we've got rain in the forecast for quite a few days, so just today's the worst of it, though. So maybe I'm planting in the rain, you know. I only have a few days. I'll do what I can. So I was going to make notes of things I was going to tell you, but I forgot to make notes, and I'm sure I'm not remembering everything. But yeah, it was really perfect to have the kids here when I got home, and or come shortly after I arrived home. Spent the evening with them with their good news and their lovely peoples. They're all lovely people, so it was nice. So I'm gonna go, yeah, hibernate for the day in my turtleneck. I could have worn something lighter and then wore my Corian because it's still sitting over there by my chair, and I have put it on occasionally, so it's not going anywhere anytime soon. My mom gets cold in the, you know, in her apartment. I'm going to bring her a shawl. I had made her a shawl years ago, but it looks like a grandmother shawl, you know. She kind of dissed it, you know, so I was like, okay. And then she wasn't wearing it, so I brought it home. But it's gray, different colors of gray, and so I am going to take a different shawl to her. She will like having a shawl, and I think gray is not what we want. We want something bright and cheerful, which you know I have. So I will pick a different shawl. Yeah. And I brought back the sweater that I gave her. I gave her the sweater that I had custom made for myself. But they're just tossing all her clothes, including her sweater, in the laundry basket. So I am going to go to Goodwill this week and find some nice sweaters that can go in industrial laundry and be fine, because she does get cold. So she does need sweaters all year round. So I will go and find her some that they can just put in the hamper, because the sweaters I make don't go in the hamper. So, but they're not going to throw her shawl in the hamper. So I will pick out a colorful shawl and take it to her. And that'll be fun. Meanwhile, I'm going to go. I will talk to you tomorrow. Please take good care of yourselves. Please, please, please stay safe and stay sane.